Logan story cost him his job. Nir Rosen was a fellow at NYU's Center on Law and Security. He resigned and apologized for sending tweets calling Logan a warmonger and saying she wanted to outdo Anderson Cooper. Anderson talked with Rosen today and joins us now live. Anderson.
Yeah, John, it was a series of tweets that he sent out, and it wasn't just what he called Logan. It was really that he was making fun of the physical and sexual assault that took place on her. It's a shocking series of tweets. We wanted to hear how he explains himself. He has apologized, but in his public apologies so far, he said he didn't realize that it was a sexual assault that had taken place on Lara Logan. That, frankly, doesn't fit the facts. It doesn't fit the words in his tweet or the fact that he tweeted a link to the original CBS statement, which very clearly describes the attack. I talked to him a short time ago. He was in the Middle East. You're also insisting now that you're a radical supporter of women's rights. But, you know, I was talking to a lot of the women in my office, and all of them would say the same thing. They've never heard a radical supporter of women's rights make fun of a woman who's been sexually assaulted.
That's true. At the time, I wasn't aware that she'd been sexually assaulted. There's no justification for it. I was trying to provoke a guy that I was on Twitter with. Just we banter about WikiLeaks, the morality of WikiLeaks.
But if you didn't know, let me just jump in. If you didn't know if she'd been sexually assaulted, how come you were saying she was outdoing me and that it would be funny if the same thing happened to me? Because you already knew I'd been attacked.
I didn't know very much about your attack either. I mean, there's no defense here. I just figured that this is going to be more attention and going to take away from events on the ground and from other people who were attacked because they weren't white, they weren't celebrities. And it, you know, you make fun of the celebrity culture of the mainstream media, and people try to do each other and make it about the correspondent instead of the news. And I was doing that, and obviously I came across like a jerk because that's what I was.
The question, of course, is he telling the truth in the apology that he is now making, or is he trying to make it seem that he didn't know there was a sexual assault at all? We're going to continue to point out the facts tonight on 360, John, but his tweets have upset a lot of people around the world.
Well, it's nice that he's arrived at the word jerk. The question is whether he truly believes that, but it's nice that he arrived there. It's fascinating to listen to the conversation, but this is a bit of, I'll call it a disease sometimes in social media. I didn't know that much about your attack either, talking about when you and your crew were roughed up, but I tweeted anyway. Now he's saying, well, I didn't really know much about this, and I tweeted anyway. The facts may be in dispute, but this guy just decides he can say what he wants when he wants.
Well, also for him to tweet the link to the CBS statement, which very clearly identifies what kind of an attack was,
yes, it did.
He's claiming he didn't read the link, that he didn't read the short CBS statement. Again, the facts seem to indicate otherwise.
Anderson Cooper, great interview there. Anderson, more of this tonight on AC 360, 10 o'clock here in the East. You'll want to tune in for that.